Hello and welcome to Chapter 10, Closing Weeks, Themes, Best Practices, and Principles, taken from the book The Online Teaching and Survival Guide, brought to you by Group 2, Nicole Brown, Erica Bustos, Katie Capps, Catherine Clark, and Tiffany Summers. In this week's closing chapter, we find some practical strategies for thriving in the last weeks of the online course. While some instructors believe that this is the easiest time as far as workload goes, it is important to continue to implement well thought out strategies to ensure a smooth transition for students. One thing to focus on is learner independence, where we reflect on learned concepts and completing course projects within the parameters of that independence. In this light, another thing to keep in mind during the last weeks is coaching. Core concepts should be in the application phase. Students should be able to show strategies for addressing difficult course or discipline issues. At this point, instructors should know the core concepts and how they interrelate. In addition, they should be able to apply them in the course projects. Students should be functioning well within the learning community and helping one another to achieve their course goals. Pruning and reflecting. Research tells us that we remember a fraction of what we take in. As an instructor, it is important to focus on working smarter with this in mind. Identify some specific core concepts that learners should take from the course. Also, keep in mind that we want learners to identify some of their own specific core concepts as well that will apply to their own specific backgrounds. One way of measuring this is to simply ask students, what have they learned in the course? And what have they found to be the most valuable? A popular way of doing this is the 1-minute summary, often used in lecture courses. In this technique, students are asked, what was the most important thing that you learned in this class? Or reading, or podcast, or paper, etc. Or, what important question did you have that wasn't answered? Course project completion. This is the time where instructors will really be seeing the fruits of weeks of teaching and learning, completion of the course projects. Course projects should be the best result of the integration of content and new knowledge. This is the time where students can use and apply new concepts. Coaching. This is the time where instructor roles should be fully immersed in coaching students, who are ideally engaged in their final projects and supporting one another. This requires a delicate balance on the part of the instructor to be a voice and encourager on one hand, and attempt to ensure that the help provided is neither too much nor too little. In light of all of this, it is crucial at this time to keep the learning community moving forward. This is also a great opportunity to review the literature on cognitive apprenticeship and its steps in moving the learner from novice to expert, modeling and observation, scaffolding, and independent practice. Tips for the closing weeks. In the closing weeks, we shift our focus to 2 items: meaningful projects and presentations, and course wrap preparation. In terms of meaningful projects and preparation, the strategies include how to manage and direct meaningful projects, how students can assume some leadership roles, how to engage students into tailoring and customizing their own learning. And this includes problem solving, like working with what-if scenarios, mind mapping in which they identify what they know, and the relationships of the core concepts within the course content. In terms of course wrap preparation, instructors should create activities which engage students in identifying what they will be taking from the course. They should know what they know and have an idea about what they don't know. This is also the time to wind down the learner community and perhaps make arrangements for further meetings or networking. Technology tools. While many of the tools here have been discussed earlier, tools now have different functions. While some go beyond the basic necessary tools and are not essential, they can certainly enhance the online course experience and lend some cash to the instructor's role and expertise by creating a range of diverse learning experiences. So we've reviewed these technology tools before. They include simulations and virtual worlds, which support authentic learning scenarios and complex problem solving, pre-recorded tutorials, which demonstrate thought processes that the experts use, synchronous online classrooms, which can be used to demonstrate steps to problem solving in real time, questions and answers, reviews, and student presentations. Other technology tools include discussion boards, blogs, wikis, and collaborative spaces. These can be used for recording problem definitions and sharing strategies. Second Life, which is a three-dimensional virtual world that can be used in what-if scenarios. And mind mapping tools, which promote integration of new thinking with existing knowledge. And finally, we have very familiar tools, the iPhone and iPad, mobile handheld devices, which can be used for audio, visual, and web access, and YouTube, where you can post videos and demos so that students can view process demonstrations. So in other words, just because it's the end of the course doesn't mean we stop using our tools and strategies. We just have to use them differently. And remember, each course offering is a chance to reflect, to make adjustments, and to try something new, to refine the design, and to test out new strategies. If it didn't work this time, maybe it can work differently next time. And this was a review of Chapter 10, Closing Weeks, Themes, Best Practices, and Principles. Thank you very much.